Welcome back to GM Vision. Today we're going to be looking at the number 2 overall pick, Travis Hunter's contract, compared to the number 8 overall pick, Tetairoa McMillan's contract. One is $46.6 million fully guaranteed, and the other is $27.9 million fully guaranteed, an $18.7 million difference. But is there that big of a difference in value? To find that out, let's break these contracts down side by side. So let's start it off by looking at the base salary. So the base salary is going to be the amount of money that the player receives throughout the 18-week season. So this number, $840,000, will be divided by 18 for 17 games and 1 bye week. Since these rookie contracts were set by the NFL before the player is even picked, the base salaries are going to be the same for Travis Hunter and TMac. Now let's go take a look at where these contracts changed dramatically and where Travis Hunter made history. Now taking a look at the signing bonus. Now the signing bonus is going to be the amount of money that the player receives fully up front from the team once they sign their contract. This money is usually fully guaranteed. Now what makes this historic for Travis Hunter is he's the first ever non-first overall pick, non-QB, to receive his signing bonus fully up front. Now TMac probably received most of his signing bonus up front, but there's no publicly available information saying how much of his signing bonus he got up front. Now, while the player receives all of this money up front at once, the team prorates or spreads out this bonus throughout 4 years of their contract. This is where you start to see big differences in the contract, from what the number 2 overall pick makes a year in signing bonus to what the number 8 overall pick makes a year in signing bonus. The reason that teams do spread out this money is it helps lower the cap hit. So in 2025, only $7.6 million of this signing bonus will hit the cap for the Jaguars, and only $4.2 million will hit the cap for the Panthers. Now let's go take a look at another bonus that impacts both of these contracts. Okay, so now for the roster bonus. The roster bonus is the amount of money a player will receive if he is still on the team by a certain date. In this case, for both of their rookie contracts, they both will receive their money for that year if they report to training camp. Again, you're starting to see the difference of money between the number 2 overall pick and the number 8 overall pick. You're really starting to see between the signing bonus and the roster bonus how much more Travis Hunter is making per year. Okay, so now moving on to the cap hit. The cap hit is going to be comprised of the base salary, the signing bonus, and the roster bonus, all combined for that year. This is where you can start the argument for saying that TMac is more valuable when looking at how much smaller his cap hit is. So when we looked at the signing bonus and the roster bonus, Travis Hunter had a noticeably bigger signing and roster bonus, which is what's causing these numbers to be so much bigger than TMac's. But even when looking at these differences, it's really not that big of a difference year to year, ranging from a $3 to a $6 million difference throughout the length of the contract. But when looking at the cap hits, they are relatively low for the potential superstar players that you could be getting. And when looking at the numbers, it does feel like there's a big difference. I mean, this number is about 60% more than the $5 million mark, and that percentage only increases year over year. But when you look at these numbers relative to what they actually are to the rest of the NFL, it's only $3 million in cap space here, and then $4 million in cap space the next year. So looking at it that way, relative to how much cap space you actually do have, it's a very small amount. Especially when looking at what the cap hits are for some of the best receivers in the NFL, such as Tyreek Hill having a $27.6 million cap hit in 2025. And then in 2026, he will have a $51 million cap hit, which the Dolphins will most likely have to restructure his contract, because there's no way they're taking on a $51 million cap hit for Tyreek Hill. But some other comparisons in 2026 are Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb, both coming in at $38 million cap hits. So as you can see, relative to the rest of the NFL, if you do end up getting a superstar receiver, these numbers will be relatively low. Now let's go to my final decision on whose contract is more valuable. Now before coming to the final decision, let's just take a moment to look at how cool this graphic is of Travis Hunter covering himself. Shout out to ML Football for making this graphic. And my decision is that Travis Hunter is more valuable than T-Mac, even though his cap hit is higher every year. My reasoning for that is the Panthers would give T-Mac the $18.7 million difference and more to trade for Travis Hunter. With both players on cheap rookie contracts, Travis Hunter's ability to play both ways screams value. So when I was trying to make this decision, I immediately thought T-Mac's contract has to bring more value. I mean, he's $18.7 million cheaper than Travis Hunter is overall in his contract. But when I really started to think about it, you're really getting two players with Travis Hunter. I truly believe that he will play receiver and corner. And when you look at it that way, you can pretty much split his cap hit in half. So when you're looking at 2025 and Travis Hunter's cap hit is over $8 million and T-Max is only $5 million, you're really only paying $4 million to the receiver Travis Hunter and $4 million to the corner Travis Hunter. So when you look at it that way, you're paying Travis Hunter, the corner, and Travis Hunter, the receiver, less than you're paying T-Mac, who's only a receiver. All this to say, Travis Hunter and T-Mac will probably both be great players, but we have seen what top wide receivers get paid when they get their second contract, but something that we've never seen with how much the salary cap has gone up is how much a true two-way superstar will get paid. If we look at it the way I put it, paying him as a receiver and a corner, who knows how much Travis Hunter could command if he truly lives up to the player everyone thinks he's going to be. So let me know down in the comments. Do you agree with my decision? Do you think Travis Hunter has more overall value than T-Mac, even though T-Mac is playing for cheaper? Do you think Travis Hunter will end up being a superstar on both sides of the ball? Also, drop in the comments what contracts you want me to compare next. Please like the video and subscribe. It goes a long way in helping this channel grow. That's all I got for you today, and I'll see you in the next one.